Garden State IAA score. And the Hornets with possession. The lead is 2.
Well, you have to love the charm of the New York East Gym. The facility might not be top of the line, but it has a lot of history for the Eagles.
And there have been talks about getting a new gym built on campus. That's something that's a decade away on the school board's agenda. As I said, this gym just fits with the legacy of the New York East Eagles.
And it's finally fought all the way back to even score. They've got a whole new ball. On our hands.
And they've got all the momentum in the world right now after that comeback. So you've got to like their chances the rest of the way. Absolutely making the correct play there. Erickson, when someone on his squad is open, you find it. Pass to Marcena, and it's stolen by Levesque. And they're on the break. Drive now by Junior. Here's Aderko. Now Junior, right side. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Low block shot on the way. Again, New York East.
The team must keep Junior out of the paint. Even when they're physical with him, he's capable of converting.
Now here's Erickson.
Just can't find the basket. Trying to get back on track somehow.
Or he could pass the ball more. I mean, that's a thought. And looking at Junior, the senior is exactly the type of guard the Eagles needed for this season.
Absolutely. He clearly is a plus athlete, and even though he hasn't spent too much time perfecting his skills, the pedigree is there with who his dad is.
And Junior gets it to go.
When they call his number, he's delivering. No reason to go away from him.
Junior really making a difference here.
Well, you know they're going to talk about how to slow him down. They just have no answer for him.
Up top, Erickson, defended by Lack. Now here's Erickson. And we have just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight game so far. The Hornets are up. And here we go. Fourth quarter getting started here in Newark. It's still anyone's game. The Eagles trailing, and the Hornets and their roster, they aren't scared to play small if they need to.
Looking at the rest of the division, the Hornets are one of the smaller teams overall. They just don't have that many big bodies in the program, but they know how to make up for it with defensive rotations. Don't be fooled. This team is still deadly, albeit a tad undersized.
Like a lot of players from New York, Junior plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He's out to prove there's just as much talent in North Jersey as there is across the river in New York. Left side, it's Erickson. Pass to Germanenko. Poked away. And stolen by Junior. To take the lead. Rebounded by the Hornets. He can't find the range here in the second. He did a great job in the first, hitting 3 from outside. Levesque with it. Erickson, covered by Junior. Romanoff, great positioning on the putback. After being a little more free-flowing in that first half, they're starting to go away from the 3 here in the second. Haven't had as many attempts. To the middle. Marcena can't get it to go. Burton leading. Outside Erickson. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from James Marceda. And with Junior, you don't want to only talk about who his father is, but it's a shadow he'll be under as long as he's on the hardwood.
It might be the reason why Junior didn't immediately take to basketball as a sport, but the similarities in their games are already apparent. Junior looks to be just as talented as his dad was, even if he's a bit raw.
Here's Junior. They get it back. That one drops for him.
This is leadership right here. Marceda upping his intensity and finding a way to connect during a big possession.
Junior. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And the Eagles love when Junior steps up in these moments. He welcomes the chance to deliver for them.
Pass to Porter. Erickson. And once again, off the mark by Burton. And here's Junior outside. And it's Burton grabbing the rebound. Back up top, covered by Junior. And James Zadirko with the block. The work ethic of Zadirko on display. Great job hustling and timing the block just right. On the wing, Junior. He's covered by Levesque. And that one's good for Junior.
No doubt.
Smack it. What?
Star of this Burton squad is Bobby Erickson. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. He's been with the Hornets for quite some time now. He's been the star.
And it's Levesque missing. The Eagles leading. And here's Junior. Laid in with a nice cut off the glass.
He cannot match Junior's athleticism. He's able to slip past the contact and sink a shot.
And with Erickson, guys, you see his release, and you know immediately he's a terrific shooter. He's going to have no problems putting it on the floor as well. That's true. I mean, Erickson plays bigger than he actually is, and that helps him finish on the inside. College has shown a lot of interest in him since his breakout performance his sophomore year. He'll most likely be facing when he gets to that next level. So I'm called here as the Hornets decide to talk it over.
The coach is not happy with their offense. He called the timeout. He's going to try to get them back on track here.
They just need to take a break and reset. Hopefully this will jumpstart their production. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 have gone by. Outside Erickson, pass to Dermanenko. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Time ball here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. And you look at the play style of Bobby Erickson, very much a modern wing who can play off the ball and initiate things for this offense as well. Erickson might be lined up out on the wing. He does pretty much everything he wants to do this very quickly. This team is at its best when Erickson has the ball in his hands.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Yeah, Drake, something special and on a little bit of lady luck. Closing down on leads is done by making smart plays on offense and taking care of the ball. It's not done by loosening up those bonehead threes like that. And now we've got an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Junior with the steal. On the money from 12 feet away.
And this little run pretty much puts the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, these last few scores have helped shut the door. Great job to close out the game. And a foul called on Junior. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Now 9 seconds separate the shot and game clock. Here's that Blue, and he fakes it in the layup. And this is where Blue should be looking to score. He uses his 6'5" size to his advantage inside. Here's Newark East. So far here in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. This is his MO. Sometimes he can score more points by himself than the rest of the team combined. So the first one drops, and that brings them within single digits. He's perfect so far from the line. Here's Junior. And the Eagles tack on 2 more. Junior's already developing some pretty strong mechanics. You can see the potential in his stroke. From deep. But they'll get another chance. There's another opportunity. Everything's going right for these guys. And the one gets it to go. That's strong, fundamental basketball. Getting the ball where it needs to be. And the final word sounds chalk one up for the Eagles. They get the win here at home in a fantastic start to the season. And the level of skill from the last few years is visibly better for the Eagles. Junior seems to fit right in with the rest of the team. Newark East fans have to be excited about how they look. And the Hornets didn't lose this game. The Eagles won it to get a win over a talented group.
Nothing's got some serious skill, right, Howard? Kid, that was something special watching you out there tonight. Yo, wait up. How you doing, kid? My name is Archie. Archie Baldwin. Gathering out with teammates. Yeah. You don't remember that. Can't remember. Sure, I was just a kid when you stepped in the boat. I just sure loved you. Talked about you all the time. There was a story about a purple jumper. You had to wear this thing every day and you were born. Nice to meet you. Archie? Yeah, look, I'll get right to the point. Outside, both the chunks. Strong basketball IQ, high motor, understand tempo. Package. Easy to sell. Yeah. It's a food. Scholarship? Exactly. So something you think, something you know you can do. It's only one game. You show me what you got. Next week, give me some high necklace and put to you. Right now, enjoy the ride. You said Archie, right? Archie Baldwin. Welcome. We have another exciting edition of Garden State IAA Hoops for you. I'm Joe Lamy. To my side are Rick Hugo and Denny Hogger. We'll be seeing the Renfield Foxes play host to the Newark East Eagles. And at this point in the season, we know that we can expect an intense matchup. The Eagles are a much improved team looking to come into Renfield and take one on the road. It won't be easy, but they have the firepower to make it happen. And standing in their way will be Connor Rosenberg, the fantastic guard for the Renfield Foxes. He's got size, touch, just about everything. You can bet he'll be a handful for the Eagles. This beautiful... will be rocking the entire Foxes defend their court
against the Eagles. A look at the lineup for Newark East. You have Junior running point guard duties. He's joined by Day in the backcourt. And in the middle, it's going to be Marceda. And the rest of the front court is Lack at the 3 with Zadirko at the 4. Fox is starting with the group of Lee and star sophomore Rosenberg in the backcourt. Joseph and Bishop make up that forward pairing, and it's big Bobby Andrews getting the start at center. Well, it's been a good start for the season for the Eagles. You can see their confidence grow with each win they make.
The win helps, but this team knows they have a great roster with the addition of Junior. He's made everyone else better around him, especially with the attention he commands. The body language of this team is completely different than last year.
And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. And just over a minute played here to start this one. And it's stolen by Zadirko.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row and making turnovers. And one thing you can't afford to do is string together those kind of possessions. It can snowball.
Outside lead. Outside for Rosenberg. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Can they get it? Tough break there, shot after shot, but they couldn't get anything to fall. And Renfield, one of the nicer schools in the area, their community puts a lot of time and effort into the school, and the results are easy to see.
Well, it's one of the more affluent areas in the state, and everybody knows it. Still, it's always nice to see a community rally around their high school and give them the resources.
Pass to Andrews. Andrews misses.
Anyway, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Zadirko, guarded by Gregory. Junior left side. Shoots. A second chance effort. And Zadirko puts it in.
I love their approach at the offensive end. By and large, they don't shots they want.
This team has the right game plan. Let's see what adjustments are made to try to stop them.
Over 2.5 minutes played here in the opening frame. The Eagles with the lead. A drive by Junior. And it's in there.
Come on, where is the energy? Their defense is leaving a lot to be desired.
Also, the pride. You've got to put more heart into your defense.
Rosenberg outside. Tries to snap the cold screen. Andrews with the bucket, getting it done inside.
I love when Andrews hustles like this. He's being rewarded for not giving up on the play.
And while Coach Bishop did play ball himself in high school, he wasn't a standout athlete. I remember hearing about him.
Very much of a game manager type of player. Coach didn't try to do too much with him. He had strong fundamentals and overachieved given his lack of athleticism. Pretty much exactly what you want in a coach.
Now here's Lee. Back to Andrews. Pass to Rosenberg. Doesn't go either for Connor Rosenberg.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, to say the least.
That's the shot you're looking for all game. He just couldn't hit it.
By percentage flip, though, the play you want to set back up the game. That's too easy a chance to miss, guys. He needs to be more aggressive on his finishes.
And here's Junior outside. That's good, and it's Dave Zadirko with the assist.
With the way they're hitting from outside, you expect them to just keep on fire.
Yeah, they've hit 3 out of their last 5 from the other. Feel talking about it.
And Lee gets it to go.
Nice in-between shot from Lee. So important for young players to have reliable mid-range shooting. They can't all be dunks and threes.
And here's Junior outside. Another 3 from Newark East.
I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times to insert his presence.
And here's Rosenberg. Quiet offensively so far, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Bishop. Back to Andrews.
Where you going? To skate.
Rosenberg outside. From deep. Newark East grabs the miss. Now here's Junior. Up in time. And the release just before the buzzer.
I just don't like skating because you be leaving.
Lead on the scoreboard at the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles out in front. They lead by 13. Don't move a muscle. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everyone. More high school sports coverage on the way as the second quarter gets started. Right now.
Yep, the scoreboard tells the story, that's for sure.
And while every game hasn't been smooth sailing for Newark, one thing you can see from this team is they are improving each game.
And Joe, that's a big credit to both Coach Bishop as well as the senior leadership on Newark. It's been a special year for this group in large part to their hard work.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone by so far. Outside Roberts. Pass to Andrews. Poked away. Junior with the steal. He gets it in there.
He's not afraid to take chances on this side of the ball. I love watching Junior anticipate when he should go for steals.
And it'll be possible. It's a 10-point game. Andrews comes up with the screen. Junior grabs the miss. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in.
And his scoring has been a really big boost for them today. They've leaned on him, and he's come through.
Roberts with the ball. Pass to Andrews. And Robert Andrews with the slam.
And with Renfield, they care quite a bit about their athletics. Tons of money from donations have found their way to the school. They have a lot to show for it.
Tries the spin move. Back to Indra. Now here's Junior. Race defending. The floater. And Junior lays it in.
Great example of how Junior is evolving as a player. Knew the floater was the right call to deepen defense.
Having trouble creating any kind of offense.
And you can really sense them tightening up a little bit at this point.
Now here's Andrews. He's guarded by Marceda.
I see.
Jump hook. And it's good for two. Junior outside. This is off the right iron. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's the Eagles up by 10. And we'll be back to bring out the third quarter action after halftime. And the second half getting started. Renfield playing host to Newark East here on Garden State IAA Sports.
It goes down in the DM, it goes down. It goes down in the DM, it goes down. It goes down in the DM.
Within single digits. And with Rosen
Geraldine, relax.
feels a very quick and cleanly release.
The shooting motion, it just looks so
That's how the song goes?
One of the best shooters in the state, and it's hard to believe that he's just a sophomore.
Now here's Junior. Defense right on him. And
Huh? What else spilled on the floor? What powder are you talking about? Powder. Oh. It's spilled on the floor.
So there's white powder all over the floor.
I usually put it right over the wall.
Well, how are we on the floor?
Exactly, but I did throw one of them off. I did throw one of them out, so maybe when I was taking it from there. You're just a bully.
This could be a big night for his junior. He's performing admirably, really setting the tone for the Eagles out there. Pass to Andrews. Bishop. Newark East grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
What a read there from Lack, recognizing the overcommitment and making the D pay for this mistake.
Rosenberg on the wing. Andrews. It's stolen by Sheffield. And here's Junior outside. And the Eagles another three. He's been locked and loaded at the offensive end, trying to propel this team to great heights. Pass to Andrews. Back to Lee. Up top Andrews. Outside Bishop. Up top Andrews. Here's Rosenberg. Will it go? Here's Lee. And he battles for the ball and he gets the second chance bucket.
Well, he's already the star of this team, and he's only a sophomore. Connor Rosenberg expected to do big things for the Foxes this year and the next two after.
And here's Junior outside. Now here's Lee. Pass to Andrews. That's the 25. Offensive rebound Foxes. Gregory down low. Covered by Junior. And another shot. Shot scored by Gregory. Can't allow him to get the second chance opportunity. You see why. And for Rosenberg, the shooting is his trademark, but he's also got a good amount of burst with the ball in his hand. It gives you everything you ask for from a wing player. It's a long ways away, but Rosenberg seems destined to play college ball at a big name school. Now here's Junior. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like the urgency of Junior's drive. Plenty of raw potential there. He could develop into an unstoppable scorer.
What a huge lead the Eagles have opened up here on the clock. I'm not sure many expected this kind of stuff. It just goes to show the confidence and swagger the Newark has been playing with so far this season. They look to be a team on a mission. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Sheffield. And here's Junior outside. Gets it to go from long range. He's absolutely killing it from outside. They are desperate for a score here, to say the least.
Their last score getting farther and farther away. They need to get something going.
Lee, covered by Junior. Pass to Rosenberg. Tries to break his ice. Yes, it's good.
Sometimes Rosenberg's determination alone is what allows him to score. Hard to defend it any better than that there.
Now here's Junior. Covered by Lee. Junior outside.
Dang.
Junior's already developing some pretty strong mechanics. You can see the potential in his stroke.
Top Lee. Covered by Junior. Can't connect from short range. And fouled hard that time, and he'll get 2 shots at the line. And let's talk Bishop on the Foxes. He was the star of the team before Rosenberg stepped up onto varsity, but he's still a very valuable contributor.
And for a kid his age, you have to applaud the way he stepped aside to let Rosenberg do his thing. That's not always easy to do when you're a teenager. But Bishop's put the team first and shown great senior leadership.
Hey,
Right side lead. It's stolen by Sheffield. Junior up top, covered by Lee. Here's Junior. Rosenberg with the rebound. Right side lead from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by the Foxes. And it's the Eagles with the ball. Now a 17-point lead, their biggest of the game. Junior outside. From 10 feet out, drained it for 2 points. Impressive movement from Junior here, getting himself free to shoot. The Eagles really support each other on those plays. And the Eagles with some. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And Junior, as many of you know, is the son of Duke, one of the largest figures in Newark hoops history.
And I don't know why Junior waited so long to get into the game of basketball, but I bet his father would be elated now that he's on the floor. Duke was a legend in the area, and Junior would be lucky to have that same kind of impact.
Oh, I got hurt.
Good fundamental basketball by Kennedy. The senior working hard to involve his teammates on the play.
Pass to Grace. Back to Roberts. Shoots over Kennedy. Roberts, no good. He should save the fadeaway for when there's a defender on him next time. Here's Junior. It's rebounded by Renfield. Outside Roberts. To the middle. Madison. James foul on the way up. 2 free throws coming up. Thomas Brothers picks one up, daring the defense to get aggressive.
What are you doing?
Going up with purpose and putting the D in a compromising situation.
Babe?
The first free throw is good.
What you doing?
And he gets both of them. Here's Junior. From the left block. And he comes up with the deuce.
And with Junior, it's easy to see the natural athletic ability that he possesses. He was a great football player, and that fluidity translates to the hardwood well for him.
And a foul called on Junior. That'll be his second foul of the game. On the wing, Ace Ducey, now guarded by Evans. And a foul called on Junior. That's his third foul of the game. Swing to Madison. And now here's Roberts. Race. And he slams it down. And that one, good. Junior outside. For 3.
Not let up. This is a statement victory.
Don't quite take a run at the score. To me, it looks like they're just playing their brand of basketball.
And with the final whistle sounding, that'll do it for us. Eagles getting a big win here in Renfield as their season of surprise continues.
Once again, you can see the impact that Junior has had on the court tonight. This game is a great example of just how different this team is with him in the lineup.
And Rosenberg did everything he could to make this game as tough as possible. But Newark East got the weapon.
Hey, easy.
50 point. 50 piece for the goose.
Oh.
Thank you. Como ellos.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. Trainer says if you play in the next game and the knee doesn't get worse, you'd be probably 60-70% for the invitational next week. But if you sit out, you'll be 100%.
Man, if I can play, I'm gonna play.
I'm on Wayne Gomes too. But I'm taking the decision out of your hands.
Wait, coach, you can't.
Sit.